Now, the Russian parliament has unanimously backed a resolution urging the government to slap tough economic sanctions against Georgia. The move that aims to hurt Georgia's economy will ban imports of wine and mineral water, as well as money transfers by Georgians working in Russia. Now, a ban on direct flights between Russia and Georgia has already come into effect, and that has affected thousands of travellers. Tensions have been running high between the two countries since protests first erupted in Tbilisi last month over the appearance of a Russian MP in Georgia's parliament. Many demonstrators have said they're angry about the continued presence of Russian troops on Georgian soil. Well, the leader of Russia's lower house of parliament said that, coupled with existing measures, the sanctions would target around 10% of Georgia's gross domestic product. Our Moscow correspondent Galina Polonskaya has more on what they aim to achieve.
Russia's lower house of parliament wants to teach Georgia a lesson for anti-Russian protests. Deputies asked the government to write down a list of economic measures against Georgia. They didn't state anything concrete to ban, but the head of the Just Russia party, Sergei Mironov, told me that deputies expect a ban on Georgian wine, mineral water and on remittances from Russia to Georgia. Russia is the biggest importer of Georgian wine. It's also the first in the rank in terms of remittances to the country. More than 500 million euros was sent back last year, as there are many Georgians who work in Russia and send money back home. So, of course, such bans could seriously hit Georgian economy. Sergei Mironov explained me the reasons of such drastic measures.
We believe that these things, which are completely unacceptable and have been happening lately in Georgia, should receive an adequate response. Those anti-Russian rallies, those attacks against our deputies during the Orthodox Interparliamentary Assembly, and of course what was done by one of Georgia's biggest TV channels cannot be left unanswered, because they just have no limits. There's a very simple rule applying here. If you treat us like pigs, expect an answer. That's all.
So deputies say that Georgia must pay a high price for the anti-Russian protests and the insults of Vladimir Putin. A presenter of Georgian Rustavi 2 TV channel insulted the Russian president on air on Sunday. It's reminiscent of 2006, when Russia banned Georgian wine and mineral water. The Kremlin was accused back then of using politically motivated sanctions against a country which wanted to get out of its influence. And this time it seems Russia is using the well-known tactics for mostly the same reasons. Protests against Russian influence are rocking Georgia. It has ambitions to join the EU and NATO, and Moscow surely wants to send a clear message. It will do whatever it takes to fight for taking the control over what is happening in one of its backyard countries. Galina Polonskaya, Euronews from Moscow.